Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's me and my wife Michelle, and today we're going to talk about the residency process for getting your temporary residency in Mexico. I'm gonna let my wife do most of the talking on this video because, you know, the nice thing about being married is that we're a team. We're in this together. So she's gonna kind of explain to you guys what we've been through, and you know what the next steps are gonna be going forward. Take over, babe.
You're gonna need your residency to move to Mexico, either temporary or permanent. Temporary residency is good if approved for 1 year, and then you have the option to renew either every year or you can renew for 3 years. After 3 years, you can apply for permanent. Permanent residency has higher income standards. What I would say is make sure you do your research based on the city and state that you live in, because you have to start your residency process in your home state. You can go to several consulates, but you need to make sure that some consulates will let you go to it. For us, the closest consulate for us was Kansas City. They weren't very easy to get a hold of to be able to make an appointment for us to do part 1 here. So we reached out to a couple of other consulates. We reached out to Indy, but Indy will only do within their city. So then what do we have left? We had
Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas, which is where we started to next, and everything was going smooth, and then all of a sudden I felt like we got at a standstill. Then we reached out to McAllen, Texas, and they were pretty much the same process. Their requirements to meet for residency were a little bit easier, but another standstill. And a lot of people say they have that problem trying to get an appointment for the consulate in their home state. Whatever city, they have a problem getting that appointment. Don't call, because they're not going to answer you. They're not going to give you no options. The website only has so many appointments a month, so that doesn't really help you. What worked for us was that I saw a post that said try WhatsApp. So I downloaded WhatsApp and I messaged the number for the Chicago consulate, and that's how I got our appointment for our temporary residency appointment for the Chicago consulate. The only problem was because we need an appointment for me, my husband, and our daughter, because everybody needs their own appointment. We couldn't get one for same day for all of us, and we don't live in Chicago. It's about a 4-hour drive. So we decided that we were just going to make an appointment for one of us and let that one person get approved, and then go do their second half in Mexico. And then, because once you're, so let me backtrack. We made the appointment for me. We drove down to Chicago. My appointment was pretty simple. It was pretty easy. It was the Chicago consulate. When I went in, it was nice. The person that I had my interview with, she was really, really nice. They ask you a bunch of questions. You have to make sure that you meet your income requirements for whatever consulate that you choose to go to. I made sure to have my application, all of my bank statements. I made sure that I had 6 to 12 months worth. I made sure that, and I think she only took 6 months worth. I made sure that they were stamped. You have to have a passport size photo, and your passport. And I will say for Chicago, when they tell you on that website, and they'll tell you during the interview, it's going to take up to 10 business days to get your visa, your approval back. It's going to take 10 days to get your approval back. I did get fingerprinted and my picture taken then, and it took the whole 10 days. And she called me back and she let me know that I was approved. So we had to drive back down so that I can get the little visa stamped affixed to my passport. Once you're approved in your country, then you can go over to Mexico for the second process, but you have to do the first process here. And once you do, you have 6 months once you get approval here. Once you cross, and you can't wait till like it's all, you got 3 days left in that 6 months to go over to cross over to try to get your appointment done. You shouldn't do that. But you have 6 months to cross over, and once you do cross over the border, that's like a one-time pass. You have 30 days to get to their immigration office to do your second half of your appointment and to get approved for that. For us, we are using a facilitator for our second half. We'll share her information in our next video. She has been very helpful with questions and concerns that we've had trying to get our appointment here. We are actually getting ready to go in the next couple of days to do the second half for my residency approval, and once approved, then hubby and our daughter will be able to get approved for their appointment for their residency, and they'll get approved based off of my residency. So they won't have to do their process here in the States since I'll be already approved. So if you get approved for temporary residency, or if you get approved for permanent residency, your spouse or your children wouldn't have to do their process here. They can do it there under the family unit. So if you're approved for temporary residency, when they go to their appointment in Mexico, whichever city, they'll get approved for temporary residency. If you're approved for permanent, they'll get approved for permanent. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure that you do your research for whatever consulate is near you that you can go to and get an appointment in. I would say try WhatsApp first. It will ask you for your zip code to try to give you consulates that are close to you. For us, that worked best to have an appointment. You can try email, but a lot of them, once you do email and after they communicate, they ask you for a bunch of stuff, and once you start sending it, it takes forever to hear back. If you're not on the time crunch, if you're not in a rush, I guess that's fine. But for us, WhatsApp works best. And we were able to get our appointment, get down to Chicago. They were really nice. Make sure, I just say wherever you go, just make sure you have everything that the website is telling you that you need so that you can get approved. And join us on our journey.
Till next time, my good people. Peace.